All right, welcome. This is going to be a short video for the class Math 127, which is Finite Mathematics 1. And so this is for summer class. Okay, so keep in mind this is a general welcome video that I use for this class for different semesters over the summer or an 8-week course if it's during another semester. So be aware that the dates and details may be a little bit different, but the information applies to this class regardless of whether it's an 8-week course during the fall or spring session or if it's a summer session. So just be aware of that. As I go through this, I'm going to go through the general ideas of how to navigate this course and the syllabus. The rest of it I leave up to you to read. Okay, so make sure that you read the syllabus, go through the modules, go through the different things on Canvas, and familiarize yourself with everything before class starts. Okay, so the purpose of the video is to give you some details on how this class is going to work and how to get the most out of this class. But I leave it up to you as intelligent human beings to read the syllabus yourself and ask any questions you might have. Peruse the Canvas course and again, familiarize yourself with it. And if you have any questions, reach out to me. Okay. So I'm going to go to student view for a minute so you can see what you're going to have access to. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. You'll have access to this information here over to the left. Okay. And you're going to have access to the syllabus. That'll be the first thing that's going to pop up. I'm going to go through and the highlights of this, the most important parts of it, but I'm also going to go through the main things that you're going to want to pay attention to. Okay. So first, the syllabus. Okay. Well, the welcome video, everything, you're pretty much going to be these first 5 tabs, okay, are where you're going to spend most of your time. You got the home, which takes you to this screen. Announcements, where you're going to find information that I might post about certain things, changes, things that are coming up, things like that. Typically, it's to let you know something that's changed in the syllabus, if anything. And then, of course, the access to syllabus is right here. And then modules, this is where you're going to spend most of your time, is in under modules. Okay. So, in fact, that's where the welcome video is located. I'll send an announcement, which is going to let you know about a welcome email and then point you to the modules and the syllabus. Okay. So here are the modules. So again, start at the top and start going down. So these are overview and resources for students. So these are all good things you can have that go through. Last 2 pages of the syllabus. This is where you're going to submit your last 2 pages of the syllabus to submit for extra credit. Okay. And then extra credit essays. There are an opportunity to get some extra credit at the end of the semester for doing some extra credit essays. There's information under here. So if you click on here, this is where you're going to submit. Okay. This is where you're going to submit, and here are the instructions. Do not pay attention to the instruction, the due date. Okay, note, ignore the due date. I used to put the due date in there, but I just got tired of changing it, and I haven't updated this yet. But just in case it's still there, just ignore any due date. The due date is right here at the top, so that'll always be on Canvas. Okay, so always go by Canvas. When it comes to due dates, by the way, always go by whatever Canvas says. If Canvas, the due date for Canvas for any assignment or exam date is different than what the syllabus is, let me know, because it should match the syllabus. Okay, if it doesn't, then I need to go correct something. Okay, so if you do see any differences in dates between what the syllabus says and what Canvas says, please let me know. I sometimes miss things, but let me know and I can get that corrected. Typically, the syllabus is always correct. okay? Because I build my syllabus, I build my course, I build my syllabus on how I want my course to go. I figure out the due dates from there, and then once I have my syllabus complete, then I translate everything over to the Canvas course, okay? So typically, if there's a discrepancy or a difference in the due dates, it's going to be something I have to correct in Canvas, not necessarily the syllabus, but please let me know. Okay, so for this one here, it says start assignment. That's just going to allow you to submit your essay. Okay, so please read the instructions, and then if you have any questions, let me know. The 10 points of extra credit with the syllabus, the last 2 pages of the syllabus, and this the extra credit essays, those are scaled based on how many points an exam is worth. If an exam is worth 100 points, then the extra credit that I explain in the extra credit assignments is 10 points. If the exam is only out of 50 points, then I'm not going to give you 10 points of extra credit, because that would be like 20 points, okay, or 2 letter grades. So so keep in mind, it's not necessarily 10 actual points. It's going to be more accurately, it'd be 10 percentage points, because basically what I'm doing is giving you a 10% bump for the extra credit essays, and that's to help you as an extra credit, because as you'll see, I don't accept any late assignments, and I don't curve grades. Why? Because I drop scores for certain assignments, and I also offer extra credit. Okay, so but again, let's go into here. Okay, so course materials. This is where you're going to access all your course materials on Red Shelf course materials right here. So this is all your My Math Lab is right here. So if you click on here, this is what you're going to go, and it'll give you this message. So you open up a different window, and it's going to take you here. Oops, an error. Okay, I'll have to figure that out. Something went wrong. Oh, you know why? Because I'm in student mode. Let's try that again. Let me see if I have to go back. Here we go. So it's going to take you here. Okay, now it's going to be a little bit different because I'm not in student mode, but it should bring you to, of course. And now the other thing too is it's going to bring you here, and it's going to give you some options. Now, what to do and how to gain access to your materials, because your materials are given to you because access is part of the what you've paid for the course. So you don't have to get an access code anymore. You already have access to it. You just have to register. And so in order to register, I have this PDF that was provided on how to get student access to my math lab through Red Shelf. Okay, so make sure you read this and follow the instructions. And if you have any questions or if anything goes wrong, let me know and I'll look into it. Okay, but this is the document you want to go through. It's very easy to follow. Again, if you have any issues or anything comes up, please reach out to me. Oops. I thought it opened up another window. Apparently it didn't. Let's get back. Okay, so that's the course materials. And then week 0, this is where you're going to find the welcome video that you're watching right now, of course. So obviously you've seen the announcement. And then here's a PowerPoint for anyone who needs algebra review. So if you're a little rusty on your algebra, please take the time to go through this PowerPoint and refamiliarize yourself with algebra because I'm not going to go through algebra. So I'm going to be under the assumption that you already have good skills with algebra because it's going to be required for this class. Okay. And then week 1. So now here's how this is going to work. This is a flipped classroom. So what does that mean? It means that instead of you going to a lecture and listening to me lecture for an hour and a half or whatever, you're going to watch the lecture videos before class. So, for example, for week 1, if, let's say, for example, this class meets Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, okay? So for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, this is the stuff that you should go through. Okay, so what does it have? It has chapter 1 PowerPoint deck. So here's the PowerPoint for you to go through. Okay, so you go through the PowerPoint. Now, here's what I suggest. I suggest you print the PowerPoint off on your printer or at the college, and I would do 4 slides per sheet. So that way you can do annotated notes as you watch the lecture videos, because the lecture videos are based off of the PowerPoints. So I go through and the PowerPoints, and I go through and explain everything on the PowerPoints as I would in one of my lectures. Okay. And then so you can take notes, you can pause, you can stop, you can, watch a little bit and come back to it later. So that's one thing I want you to do is realize that this is for week 1. Okay, so split it up into thirds, right? So a certain amount for Tuesday, a third for Wednesday, and a third for Thursday. And so watch a little bit of the videos. Now, you don't have to watch the whole videos in one sitting. In fact, I highly recommend that you watch a half an hour and then take a 5-10 minute break. Okay, and then watch another half an hour and take another 5-10 minute break. What do you do during that break? Whatever you want to do. Do not. It allows you. It's a better study habit. Okay, instead of just sitting through a full lecture, right, or sitting through an hour of videos. Okay, and watching them all in one sitting. Okay, studies show that you learn better by chunking it up. Okay, so half an hour, watch the videos, take notes, and then give yourself a 5-10 minute break. Go for a walk, go eat lunch, go talk to a friend, go on Facebook, social media, I don't care. Okay, but do something that's not related to what you're studying. Okay, and then here are the lecture. So here are the notes. I have chapter notes that you can use to study from. So you'd fill these notes out as you're watching the videos or looking at the PowerPoint. Okay, and then you have the lecture videos. Here are the lecture videos. Okay, so in the lecture videos, like I said, I go through the material in the PowerPoints. Okay. So here's section 1.1 for slopes and equations of lines. 44 minutes, right? So now what I would do is maybe watch half of that. Okay. Now in the syllabus, what should you watch in the for this video? Well, great. If you go back to the syllabus, let's jump back to the syllabus for a moment. Okay. What am I going to be doing each day? Well, great. At the end of the syllabus, we have this class schedule, the tentative class schedule, right here. So right here, it tells you exactly what you should do for each day. So on Tuesday, right? For on Tuesday, you should have 1.1, section 1.1 done. You should watch the video and have everything done for 1.1. So watching the video, going through the PowerPoints, the guided notes, all that should be done in preparation for that class. Okay, along with half of 1.2, because we're also covering 1.2 on Wednesday. So I'd say roughly about half of the material. Why do I say roughly half? Because, this is going to be an ebb and flow for you and for me. And so that's why I split it up. I don't have the numbers. I could do that, but, Again, I don't want to get too rigid when it comes to this class. Okay, but if you think about just half, that's fine. So let's go back to the modules. Okay, so by the way, so this is how you're going to do. This syllabus has everything you need to know as far as due dates. Okay, and these due dates should match what's in Canvas. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. So the last 2 pages of the syllabus are due on Wednesday. Okay, so you have to have those submitted, and where you submit those is under modules. Okay, homework 1 is due Friday, June 7th. Now again, your due date might be different because it's a different semester, different year. Okay, but this is pretty much the same. Okay, so again, this class schedule should match what's on Canvas. So let's go back to modules. Okay, and so notice, oh, where is it? Right here. So notice the due date for the last 2 pages of the syllabus is June 5th. So if you click on it, this is where you would submit your completed last 2 pages of the syllabus. And again, mine, you would have a submit button, right? You'd say, you know, and up here. So again, yours looks different because I'm not in student mode, but it'll have an option of submitting. And once you submit, you basically upload it like a file, attach it like you would attach something to an email, and then just submit. Okay. Okay, and same way with the extra credit essays. Okay, so now week 1. Okay, so after you watch the lecture videos, here are your lecture videos. Here are the lecture videos for 1-1 and 1-2. So if you look at 1-1 and 1-2, let's go to 1-2 since we're only doing half of these on Tuesday. So this is 37 minutes. So like I would say is watch about, 20 minutes. 20 minutes would be fine. You watch 20 minutes, you'll be prepared. If you watch all of the 44 minutes for 1.1 and about 20 minutes for 1.2, you'll be ready for class for Tuesday. Do this before class meets. So the same thing for Wednesday. Okay, so you would watch the videos, go through the PowerPoints, go through the guided notes first before class meets. And then when you come to class, here's what we're going to do. I'm not going to lecture. My job when you come to class prepared. And how do you come to class prepared? Easy. Make sure you have the PowerPoints printed. Make sure 4 slides per sheet, recommended. Make sure you have the videos watched for that class already before you walk into class. And be prepared with any questions or any problems that you didn't understand, because what we're going to do is we're going to spend our time at the beginning of class going over anything you didn't understand, questions you have, problems that you didn't understand from the lecture videos or from the PowerPoints that confused you, or if you're working on homework problems, if you got stuck in anything. We're going to work on those problems in class. My goal in class is to help you work out the material and understand the material that you're struggling with, okay? And so a lot of our work in class is going to be working on problems, answering questions, and doing examples. Okay, and so what are we going to do in addition to that? Well, since you're going to be watching videos and the lecture videos in class, out of class. Well, then part of your time in class is going to be working on homework, working on material. Okay, so that I can help you when you get stuck on something, instead of struggling with it at home. Now, you're still going to have to do work at home. Okay, this is not going to be where you just watch the videos and you do, there's nothing else to do outside other than, and you're going to do everything in class where you're going to work on all your homework. So you're still going to have time out of class. You're going to still be required to do some of the work outside of class. Watch videos and stuff like that out of class. But when you come to class, a portion of your class time is going to be working on homework. And if you get stuck on the homework, guess what? I will be there to help you. Instead of trying to figure it out on your own when you're not in class, okay, and then trying to send me an email, and hopefully I'll respond to your email in time, and hopefully my email will make sense. It's much better for me to teach you and help you navigate as the educational professional when you're sitting in class. And guess what? You also get to ask me questions of things that you're struggling with personally. Okay? So it's more student focused. So you can go at your own pace. And if you get stuck on something, I'll be there to help you with the material. Okay? Just like a tutor. Okay? So use me as much as you can and as much as you want to help you understand the material, because that is what I'm there for. So please don't ever be shy about asking me questions. My job and my goal is to help you get whatever grade you want in the class and help you pass the class with that grade. Okay? So don't ever be afraid to ask questions. I know most students don't like asking questions. They don't like looking foolish, looking stupid. I'm the same way. So please don't be afraid to ask me questions about anything that you're struggling with. And I really mean that. Okay? So please take advantage of me in your classroom. Okay. I'm there to help you. Okay, so let's go back. So this is the way the week is going to go, right? So this is week 1. Okay? Follow the syllabus. And now, here are the completed chapter notes. So here's the thing, guys, be disciplined. Do not look at the completed chapter notes until you've done everything else, right? So once you've done the chapter notes and for the videos you've done, let's say for Tuesday, right? Okay. Then once you fill those out, you can look at the completed notes to see if you got anything incorrect. Okay. Don't look at them and then just fill in the blank notes, because that will help you absolutely. It won't help you at all. Okay. You're shooting yourself in the foot if you do that. Okay. See if you can fill in the information. See if you can get fill in the information first. And then once you fill in the notes based on the PowerPoints and the lecture videos, then look at the completed chapter notes for chapter, let's say section 1.1, and see what you got wrong. See if you need to correct anything or fill anything in. That's going to help you learn the material much better. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And so there's week 2 all the way through week 8. So a lot of the stuff is going to be open. So if you want to work ahead, you're more than what's the word I'm trying to say? What am I saying? I am totally fine with you guys working ahead if you want to. Okay, I wouldn't work too far ahead, because then you're gonna maybe forget some of the stuff that you're working on now. Especially if you go too far ahead with the going past the first exam and whatnot. Okay, so just keep that in mind. It's just my personal opinion on things, but if you have any questions, let me know. But yeah, this is pretty much where you're going to spend most of your time, is in here. There are also group quizzes. Okay, group quizzes are done in class in the morning or at the beginning of class. I usually give a 5-minute window for the beginning class, and you get a half an hour for the group quizzes. That's it. Okay, they are group quizzes, so you'll be assigned to a group the first day of class. You come to class. Now, please do not be late, because your grade for the group is based on whether you show up or not. If you don't show up for your group to help your group, I do notice that, and it will affect your portion of the grade. So if you want full credit, you want the same grade that your group gets, make sure you're there on time for those dates. Okay? So just keep an eye on that. So this is all the modules. So let's go back to the syllabus and let's finish the syllabus. Okay, notice on the side here, it's got the weighted grades, like the different categories and what their weights are. Same thing as in the syllabus. Okay, so again, I'm just gonna go through the syllabus. Here are the weights. They should match what's here. Now the lecture videos, again, read through this about the lecture videos. The exams, make sure you read the exams. Okay, it's on you to make sure you read and understand the syllabus. Okay, I'm not going to go through all of it. Here are the important dates for the exams. Again, it should match the syllabus. Okay, let's see, quizzes. Right, we've got quizzes. I dropped the lowest 3 quizzes, and that is automatically done in Canvas. So every time we do a quiz, the system will automatically drop your lowest one. Okay, so if it's your first quiz, it's going to automatically get dropped because it's the lowest one. So it's a little wonky. But once you get 4 quizzes in, then it'll start dropping the lowest 3 automatically. So every single time you take a quiz, it might readjust which ones it gets dropped. So at the end of the semester, your course grade, the percentage, your total percentage course column in gradebook should be your grade, other than me adding the extra credit, which I have to do manually. Okay, so at the end of the semester, your total column in Canvas, and I'll show you that in a moment, should be with everything included that I have in the syllabus. The only thing it won't include is any extra credit from the essays. I have to do that at the end of the semester manually because I don't include extra credit as a weight because it messes things up. It defeats the purpose of being extra credit. Okay, because if you don't, I don't want people who decide I'm not going to do the extra credit to be penalized. So I have to do it manually. Projects. So there are going to be projects in here. Not a lot, not many, but there are going to be projects that you have to do on your own. I don't mind you working together on things, but make sure you do your work independently. Okay. But again, just read through carefully the syllabus so that you understand everything, because I'm not going to go through everything here. Okay, so again, all this stuff here, withdrawal policies and everything like that, just make sure you read all the different resources that we have for students. Here are the important dates to keep in mind. Again, these dates may be different based on when you're taking this class. So just be aware. I put a lot of redundancy in the syllabus and in Canvas because I want to make sure that you know what's going on. Okay, I don't want any confusion about what's going on. Okay, now finally, the last 2 pages. So here are the last 2 pages that you can fill out. One is an information sheet that I like to have you fill out so I can get to know you guys. Okay, you're going to get to know me throughout the semester. I'd like to get to know you a little bit. You can share with me whatever you want to share with me. It's all held confidentially. Okay. And then, of course, the signature page, basically stating that you've read the syllabus, you understand the policies outlined, and so on. So that's it. Okay, so, and then, of course, the grades. Last but not least, here's where you would go for grades. And everybody starts out with full attendance points. So everybody starts out with 32 points. Every time you're late or you leave early or you're absent, you lose points. So that at the end of the session, you have your total points. I find that the easiest way to do it. Okay. Now here's the thing. When it comes to your final grade, which would be down here, your total. So total is your final grade in the class. So anytime you want to know how you're doing in the class, look at total, the total column. That gives you your percentage as a grade in the course so far. Okay? Now, at the end of the semester, when all of the grades are put in, except for the extra credit, this will give you your course grade. I round course grades up based on the 0.5 mark. So if you're at an 89.5, I will give you the next grade higher because 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to 89 is a B. So if you get an 89.4, you get a B. If you get an 89.5, I'll round you up to an A. Now here's the thing. What if you have poor attendance? What if you don't show up to class? And what happens here is if you're borderline, let's say you're an 89.4, okay? Or let's say you did the extra credit, right? I do extra credit. I offer you, let me put it this way. I offer you extra credit, okay? So that's an opportunity for you to help get you bumped up. So what I do is I look at it, whether you did extra credit or not, okay? I look at your attendance. And so I make a judgment call based on that. Now here's the thing. I have to give you a grade based on your based on how you did in the class, based on your mastery of the core of the material. So that total course grade tells me that. Okay? So I can't just give you a grade because you worked really hard or because you did all the extra credit. The extra credit's there as an opportunity to help you get a higher grade in the class, because I understand things happen in your life, and then you make mistakes, or and what I mean by that is you mess up on an exam, you didn't study for a quiz, right? I know things happen, right? You didn't do as well as you thought you did on an exam. So I offer extra credit as a way to redeem yourself, okay? And again, read the policy for the final and so on. So I give you a lot of opportunity to get whatever grade you want in the class. But at the end of the day, I have to give you a grade based on that. So the fact that I give you extra credit and I drop scores and things like this, I do not round up. Plus with attendance, I'll look at attendance too. I tend to not round up unless you make the 0.5 mark, okay? But I do take attendance as well, because if I look at those attendance points, it's worth 2% of your grade, and let's say you only attended half the class, right? So that means you missed a 1 percentage point on your grade. So if you're at an 89%, let's say you hit an 89%, right? And you email me and say, well, Mr. C, can you please round me up to the next grade? I'm an A student, yada, yada, yada. Well, then I look at your attendance and I say, well, if you only attended half the class, well, there's your 1 percentage point. You could have gotten, if you would have just attended class more often, you would have gotten the percentage point and gotten your A. So I don't see any reason why to round a grade. So again, my point is I give a lot of opportunities to get whatever grade you're on. So I'm a stickler at the end of the semester about what grades I give you. So I go by this total column very strictly. Okay. Now you can email me and I'll take a look at things, but at the end of the day, I have to give you a grade based on how you did in the class, not based on how hard you work, because unfortunately I can't give grades out based on how hard somebody works. I have to give grades based on whether you understood the material and at what level of understanding did you have, meaning how much mastery did you have of the material. So anyway, I'm not going to beat a dead horse, just want to let you know, so that way I don't have a bunch of questions, emails going on at the end of the day about this, okay? But again, if you do have a question, by all means, email me, okay? The worst I'll do is say no, and I'll give you my reason why. So I'll leave it at that. But other than that, guys, that is all I have. So again, I'm looking forward to teaching you guys. I'm looking forward to meeting each and every one of you guys and helping you navigate this class and passing this class with whatever grade that is your goal. My goal is always to help with you with successfully completing the course. Okay. Other than that, have a great day. Talk to you later.